In this video, we are going to talk about each and every property which container provides us and how we can use those property to decorate, to transform, to give a custom shape, to clip the container. Okay. So first of all, we are going to talk about constraints. Which kind of constraints we can pass to the containers. So constraints are basically used to tell that the container can get this much big or this much small. Okay. So we are going to give minimum width of 150 and minimum height of 300. Max width would be 300 and the max height would be 600. If I hot reload this application, you will see nothing is changed. So the height and width is getting priority over the box constraints. So to make box constraints work, we need to remove or commenting it. Now the container is using max height and max width which we have passed to the container. Why is it taking maximum height and width? So we are wrapping our container with the center. The center tells to the container that you can get as much big as you want. Okay, as long as you don't have any child. If I pass a child here, you will see that the container is now using minimum width and minimum height. Okay, so now we are going to talk about margin. So before I show you margin, let me wrap it. Let me wrap this container with another container and a different color with a different color. So if I pass margin of 16, okay, as you can see, the height and width of the container remains the same, but there's some empty area around that container, right? So that empty area is also a part of that container, with the color black. So the total height and width of that container would be, so first of all we are going to talk about the width. So width would be 150 plus 32, both for left and the right, and similar same goes for the height. So the height would be 300 plus 32. Okay, so this is for the container height and width. Okay, and the margin, how we can use the margin. So if I want to align my text, so my text is not visible yet, so let me give some styling here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to align my text to the bottom right. So to do this, we can use the alignment property and the bottom right. As soon as you pass the alignment, the container will expand as much as it can. Okay, why is it happening? Because internally we are wrapping our container render box with the align. I can show you with an example. As you can see, the center extends align, and similarly internally you will see that the alignment is also passed to the align. Okay, now we can talk about padding. So margin is used to give empty space around the container. Padding is used to give empty space inside that container. So as soon as I auto reload the application, you will see the container text moved little bit left and the upward. Okay, now we are going to talk about transform. So to transform our container, we can pass our transformation matrix directly to the transform property of the container. Okay, I'm going to rotate my container by 15 degree. Okay, so this transformation applied at the layouting phase. I can show you. Give me a second. Hmm. So you will see the padding and the margin. Okay, around that container. I told you earlier that the margin is also a part of that container. Okay, it gets included in the layouting phase. So by default, the transform alignment is top left. We can change the transformation alignment by giving alignment dot. Okay, so this is how you can transform your container. You can pass the any other metrics for, right. If you want to know more about the transform, uh, you can comment below. I will make a separate video on that because transformation is a very big topic, right. I'm commenting it out. And also the color. Now we're going to talk about the decoration. Okay, so there are multiple types of decoration. We are going to talk about the box decoration in this video. And there's shape decoration, there is Flutter logo decoration. Like these kind of decoration are also available. You can use the decoration. We are going to, in this video, we are going to only talk about the box decoration. If you want to know about those decoration, you can comment below. I can make a separate video on those decorations. So first of all, we are going to pass our color here. Okay, if you pass color here and also color here, you will get an error. Let me show you. So you can't pass a color also here and also here. It will give an error. So that's why I commented out. Okay, so this is all about color. Now we are going to talk about shape. If I want to give it a shape of circle, I can do it. Okay, it's very easy. So what if I tell you to clip your container? So to clip your container, you just need to use clip behavior and use NT. So you will see that the container text will be clipped as soon as I hot reload the application. If you want to give a custom shape, you can override get clip path method. There's a clip path method. We can use that method. Let me create a custom class just to custom decoration. So there's get clip path method. We can override that method and use the our custom decoration here. Okay, so if you want to give a custom shape, you can use to clip your container or give a custom shape. So now we can talk about gradients. So we are going to use linear gradient and we are going to use colors. The colors would be not black, white, red. Okay, so by default all the colors are equally distributed. We can change the distribution by using stops. I wanted to black to start from 0.1 and the uh, white from 0.5 and the red from 0.7. So if I want to repeat the gradient just after 0.7, so we can use tile mode. We can use tile mode. And if I pass the mirror, nothing happened. So to make the tile mode work, we need to pass the alignment. Okay. we need to give beginning. Beginning would be alignment dot center left, and the ending would be alignment dot center. Okay, so there are multiple tile modes. We can use clamp, which will extend the last color we have passed. We have already shown mirror. We can use the decal. Decal won't allow the gradient to extend or mirror. Okay, you can use the decal. You can use repeated. It will repeat the gradient. It will again start from black. It will start from black, white, and red. Okay, so this is how you can use the tile mode. You can also transform your gradient, right? So to transform gradient, you can use a property called transform. Okay, by default there's only one property gradient. There's only one class which allows for the rotation, which only allows for the rotation. And also pass, I'm also going to pass the same rotation which we provide earlier. Okay, you can extend the gradient transform class and pass the transformation which you want to give. By default, the Flutter team has only provided us with a gradient rotation. Okay, you can create your own rotation, own transformation if you want to create. So as you can see, our gradient is rotated. Last but not the least, we are going to talk about foreground decoration. Suppose you want to paint in front of your children's, right? You can use the foreground decoration. I'm only going to show you with the color. So I'm wrapping it with the color of opacity 0.6 would be better. Okay, this is all about the container. This is how you can use each and every property of the container. There's no need to use external transform widget. There's no need to use external clip path. You can do all of these things just by using container. If you want to have some Flutter in-depth knowledge, then do subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.